All right. Hello. Happy Sunday and happy Mother's Day. Welcome to a Sunday stream. It is Mother's Day for those of us in the US, and so happy Mothering Day, happy Nurturing Day to all you mothering souls, even if you are not necessarily a biological mother. So hello and welcome. I was I sort of like messed up my timing this morning, and so I did all of my setup a little like later and faster than I would normally, so I'm not quite like I'm not quite in my usual space of mind. So, but it is what it is, and we're attempting to write today, and get us closer to that May 15 deadline for the May 15 team deadline for the work in progress for Becca and Cachet's stream over on Becca's channel this coming Saturday, I should say. So Elizabeth is here. Hello. You have 98 midterm papers in Norwegian class that you have to grade in 16 days, which means 6 every day. Yesterday you did none. Better start working. Yeah, see, and this is something interesting because I've seen that you have sort of like a quota, and it's really interesting because where I was teaching before, the teachers were expected to have all of the papers back within a week. And that made things very, very difficult for like long essays and stuff. So it's like it's an interesting sort of difference in dynamic, shall we say. But hello, welcome. What are you drinking today? Are you celebrating Mother's Day with a mimosa? Are you having coffee, tea? What are you having? I have had coffee this morning, but I also have a green tea latte by my side because yesterday when I went to the store to get flowers for Mom, I also got one of those like little battery operated milk frother things. So it's like a teeny tiny little whisk that's like maybe the size of a quarter, if that. And you just like put the batteries in it, flip the switch and stick it in your drink, and it froths up and everything. So I had seen somebody use it online to help dissolve the matcha powder for their green tea lattes, and I was like, ooh, that would be nice. So I got one while I was out yesterday. So of course today I had to have a green tea latte to go with it. So Megan says, hello all. Hello, Megan. And Devin says, howdy. Welcome, Devin. And Megan says, I'm in Charlie's Discord at the moment, also working on your outline. You're a little stuck. Oh no, hopefully you get unstuck, because that is the goal. So I'm not sure if today's message from the cards is like quite, could be for me, could be for somebody else. I don't really know. So the main, so they're an interesting pair again. The main spirit animal card is the parrot spirit, but it's in the inverse position, so upside down. So the parrot spirit is there. If you will focus on me, please. Am I going to have to get a blank sheet of paper again? All right, maybe this will do. All right, parrot. There we go. So the parrot main message is to watch your words. And so, and then, but it was in the inverse position, so I'll tell you about that in a minute. And then also in the inverse position was judgment. So again, with the inverse, you have to kind of think of the backwards concept. So it's like a lack of judgment instead. So the inverse message is, are you aware of what you're saying to yourself and to others? Parrot spirit shows up as a reminder to heed the words that flow from your mouth, your pen, and your keyboard. Be mindful of the beliefs you have internalized. Are they what you choose to believe? Are you communicating with integrity? Parrot spirit wants you to listen to what you say and your motives for saying it. It is the time to reflect on the beliefs that you have been parroted by people so often that you simply accepted unquestioningly. Journal about what you truly believe and wish to see in your world and in your life. Write words affirming what you value, speak them aloud, express gratitude for what is coming into being. So it's an interesting sort of like pairing, the parrot and the judgment, both inversed. So you have to make sure that you're paying attention, like actually paying attention to what we're saying and we're writing, and make sure that we are being open-minded about it, so lack of judgment, and rather than just accepting what others have always said before. So it's an interesting, but I think a good pair of cards to sort of like call those two together. So yeah, so it's a good card, good pair of cards. Elizabeth says, oh yeah, a week is not doable. Well, the quota or the deadline is your own fault, really. You decided that they should have their midterms, and then you realized that you put it a little bit too close to the deadline for final grades. Yeah, that does happen because the semester is weird. So Paget is here. Hello, welcome. Elizabeth is drinking water today, thinking of getting more tea soon. I think we have already had Mother's Day here in Norway, or it's later on in the year, not sure. But either way, happy Mother's Day. Yes, happy Mother's Day to all the mothering souls. And all the muttering ones too, because, why not? I don't know. I'm weird, y'all. I can't. Okay, so my goal for the day is I'm going to take that first sprint and just journal because my brain is not quite ready to dive into the story yet. So I'm going to be journaling for 15 minutes, and then I'm going to be diving into Chimera Moon. And since today is the 3-hour writing stream instead of 2 hours, I am definitely aiming for 2K as my my baseline, because I can usually get 2K on Sundays. I say usually. I'm hoping to get 2K today in the stream, because I've gotten very close to it in the last couple of streams that I've done. I've gotten like within 50 or 70 words of 2K. So I should be able to do it today. Should being the operative word. But yes, so I'm going to take the first sprint and journal and just get my brain ready to actually dive into the story today. And y'all let me know if y'all can hear the dryer and I need to turn it off, because if that's bothering you, I apologize, but I will fix it. Either way, it should be done soon. So if y'all don't mind it, that's fine. If you do, I can turn it off. Yes, yes to the mutterers, exactly, yes. Okay, so if you have not done so already, go ahead and open up your document software. You can tell by the colorful screen I have not done so yet this morning, afternoon. Yeah, so it's been a day already. But I went to a couple stores yesterday when I was I was treating it as an outing, but I was masked and all that. But I saw a couple interesting things. I saw the Target dollar spot. They had sort of like a windowsill growing kit for different plants. But they were essentially like garnishes or something for alcoholic beverages. And so one of the cans was labeled as like grow your own mojito, and it was like mint seeds in it. I forget what the other one was, but I thought it was really funny. So I just thought that was kind of cute. What else did I see? Lots of things. I saw lots of things. Nothing in mind particularly pops out, but Charlie says, hello, hello, how are you? Okay. So I've talked about the cards. I've talked about what I intend to do first. I've talked about the drinks, the goals. Let me know if y'all have any particular goals for your writing stream today, or whether or not you're just being productive. Because I know yesterday I used some of the Trevor Project streams to just like clean the house. Not this room, obviously, because this room is just forever a mess. But hey, Eve says, hello, am I late again? No, you are perfectly on time because we are soon to start our first sprint. Elizabeth says, that would be a nice invention where it was a plant that grew all the ingredients for a mojito. Yeah. Or it was just like a tree that like the fruit was the glass of mojito. And like, I don't know, made it edible candy sugar glass too. That way you could just like consume the whole fruit. Let's put that in a story, shall we? Hate Eve says, I'm working on placing my references into my research paper. Tedious but necessary. Oh, so have you already written the rest of the research paper, like all of your hypothesis and data and stuff? And so now you're going back and adding the other precedents and theoreticals words. Hey, Eve says, yes, not late. Exactly. Elizabeth agrees with the growing your own mojito. So sugar cane glass full of mojito, like a coconut. That would be nice. Yes. Yes. It would be perfect, right? Or a mimosa, like an orange that just contains a mimosa would be nice. Why are you salivating? Because it would be amazing. That's why. So, yeah. Okay, so I think it's almost been 15 minutes, so we'll go ahead and put the first sprint banner up and start moving towards that. Hey, Eve says, still formatting my results, but most of your references are for the background section in the beginning. Gotcha. And CB says, hello. Hello, CB. And Hey, Eve says, also, now I want a mojito tree and a screwdriver tree. Yeah. Yeah. Like, we just all of the things. We want all of the things. So, yeah. Okay. Let's get my brain to work, shall we? Pina colada. Pina colada bush, please. Yes. Okay. And HK has a new timer, which has this nice little sort of like wet creek pond thing. I guess it must have, the picture would have been taken after it rained, I think. Otherwise, there wouldn't be all the standing water. I think. So we're going to use 15 of these minutes, and try and get my brain into gear. Try and get ready to write, essentially. So I'll be journaling for this first 15 minutes, and then I'll be switching over to the Chimera Moon draft, which I'm beginning to sort of like hit the part where I have not drafted a whole, or like outlined all the details for, so it's going to be interesting. So it's either going to stick to the outline and just like rush through, or we're going to deviate and then I'm going to have a problem. So yeah. CB says, I would love a Shirley Temple Sugar Cane glass. Alcohol-free life. That would also be very tasty, yes. Okay, so while we're trying not to think about all the different all the different trees that we would like to have that don't exist in reality, let's go ahead and do our reminders. So 1, if you already have your document open, go ahead and save it. 2, if it's already open, save it anyway. I don't know what I'm saying. So 1, save your document or pull it open. 2, had to restart there. Make sure you have something to hydrate with, and make sure that you do a posture check and check that you're not hunching. And 4, if you need a break, take a break. Those are your reminders, and we can go ahead and get started with our first sprint, warm-up sprint, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay. How are we doing? I didn't get done with my journaling, so I'll take a few minutes out of this next sprint and do that. But I got some of my journaling done. But not all the thoughts are down on paper yet, so I wanted to go ahead and continue with that. I don't know. There was something that I wanted to see in the back of my journal, and I don't know what it was that I was looking for. I have lost my train of thought that quickly. It's okay. It'll either come back to me or it won't. Ideas are like that. But I'm finally sort of doing some of my April reflections, which normally I do either on the last day of the month or the first couple of days of the following month, but I have not done that. So I'm still working on that. Just kind of April took a hot minute to kind of process. There were a couple things that happened in April that needed some time to think about. So I am getting around to that finally. I dawdled, apparently, usually, always. So, but doing pretty good. Got, I don't know, maybe 100 words in my journal, besides checking things that are going to be happening this next week, which I remembered that I have not set up next week's streams yet, so I've got to do that after we finish this stream so that I can have some new thumbnails for next week and all that. Yeah, so I got a little bit done. Definitely not the most productive I have ever been, for sure. So, but I do want to sort of wrap up my journaling kind of quickly, and then I can switch over to Chimera Moon, because that is the main project at the moment. That is what needs to get done by Saturday. So that's what I'm working on. So finishing up this and then moving on to Chimera Moon. So, okay, where were we? So CB says, planning just now for next month, July, November, and Millwordy. Okay, so when are you starting Millwordy? Is it in September again? Or are you starting in July or November? When are you planning to start your new Millwordy? Okay, and Elizabeth and Eve, we're talking about Swedish and Norwegian origins and visiting, and yes, okay, so from Florida, but dad is Swedish, going to grad school in, is it Linkbing? Probably not, but I tried. So, how are you finding it? You've only been once when you were little, but you would love to go again. I have not been. That is one of the places I would like to go. Just exploring more of Europe in general, as well as Japan and Australia and New Zealand, Greece. I would like to go see Egypt, but maybe not right now. Actually, nowhere right now because pandemic, but Have says, it's vaguely depressing in the winter, but beautiful now that you have more than 4 hours of daylight and the cherry blossoms are in full bloom. Here you go. Yes. Hey, you've got distracted, so not much progress, but all of your resources are together in one place now. Ooh, excellent. And Elizabeth says, half graded and finding that you need 20 to 25 minutes per paper. Yeah. Devin got food. Excellent. That is a good use of a sprint. And Megan says, I worked on brainstorming how your main character could change your other main character's mind. Ooh. Okay, so either logic or emotional I don't want to say manipulation, but like emotional weight to something. So yeah, CB says, yes, September 1st is when you're starting. Okay, excellent. Elizabeth is laughing at me. Okay, so Lynn chirping. Let me go back and look at the spelling again. Really? This is Lynn? So the K, interesting. That is very interesting. Yeah, yeah. You would like to go anywhere at this point. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I like stayed so long in the stores yesterday, because I was like, it's not my house. I'm outside my house. So CB says, I've been to Greece 3 times. I think Crete twice and Corfu once. Nice. Yeah, I just, traveling is nice. I don't travel a whole lot. There are some places domestically that I would like to go to. I really want to go to the diamond fields, where you can like just search around, poke around the ground and see if you can find some diamonds. The trick to that I have found is that you should go right after they till the fields, and sometime in the spring after the first thaw, because then the ground has sort of like cracked, and like the movement of the rocks and everything naturally happens. And so after that first thaw, generally a large couple of diamonds are found, and then after they till the earth, usually there's some that rise to the surface. So I would like to do that at some point in my life. I would like to go revisit Topaz Mountain, which I've been there once as a kid, but I would like to go revisit there. I have not been to Hawaii. I would love to go to Hawaii and Alaska. I've been to Arches. I've been to like Bryce. I've been to a whole lot of sort of like the national and state forest parks and all that kind of stuff, because that was one of the things we did as kids. Is we went camping, and I've not been to Mount Rainier. I would love to do that. I'm not like much of a mountain climber, but I would like to go see some of the views. So yeah, most of the stuff that I say that I would like to do is more out west, isn't it? It's like not the East Coast or like, I don't know. But yeah, so I would like to go exploring both domestically and internationally some more, but not at the moment, not at the current time frame. Yeah. The K combined with the funny O makes a sh sound, more evidence of Swedish being weird. Languages are all weird. CB says, my parents have been to Egypt. Your mother didn't like it. You want to go, and you're supposed to be going to DC. Nice. Yes, there are lots of cool things. Like I don't know. We went like panning for gold and stuff as kids. Like we would go and get like the little panning kit and like do that in the creeks at some of our camping spots. So we've done that before. We have done the ones where they like seed the bucket for you, which was how we started as like little kids. That way we would have some sort of success at it, and then we went, like our parents would after we used the ones that we like, you essentially like pay the fee for them to like put the little shards of actual proper gold and stones in there, and then you can go off and like, oh, I'm gonna go find the next big thing of gold. It's silly, but it's fun. So we've done that. Internationally, I've only traveled twice. Once to England, so London, and then once to Rome. So yeah, Rome was fun. So was England, but we did all the little weird touristy things. It was very cool. Very cool. Olivia says, hello, welcome. Megan says, I want to go to Italy. I've never been outside the United States. Italy, like the part of Rome that I saw was really, really fun. We went to a couple of villas that were being excavated. So they had part of the villas open for tourists to come see, and then the other part was closed as they were doing excavation and stuff. So been to a couple of those. We went, and so we bought like a bus pass for the week that we were there, and we went down to the beach, and it was really odd for me, like being born in Florida, and seeing that there was no public access to the beachfront. It was all like private restaurants and homes and stuff, and so you had to walk in between them. And so we went down to the beach, and the sand was black, and so we were like, wow, this is kind of a weird beach, because we're used to like bright, sunny, sandy Florida. And some old fisherman, some old Italian fisherman, was walking by, and he decided to educate us. He's like, oh, you know why the sand is black? I don't have a good accent. I'm terrible at accents, but anyway. So he informed us. He was like, yeah, that's the iron filings that come up from the volcanic vents. And Mussolini had dredged the beaches and sands in order to get the iron filings for more tanks and ammunition, essentially. Which I was like, okay, random old fisherman, just, all right, cool. But it was very, very interesting, very cool. And then we had gone to one of the villas that they had been excavating, and you sort of have to walk up. So they have like a little house that they've erected in the front of the property, and that has like their little mini museum and whatnot. And you can like buy postcards and stuff. And so you have to go there first, and then you can wander around the open parts of the property. So we like traveled along to go see some of the partially excavated ruins, and I like stepped on this piece of pottery shard, and I was like, what did I just step on? It crunched. So I looked down, and there was this beautiful piece of pottery that I had stepped on and snapped, and I was like, I don't think I was supposed to do that. And then there were like no workers around. I was like, what do I do with it? So I took a picture of it, and then I like picked them up because I didn't know what else to do with them. And I like toddled myself back to the front building. I was like, I found this. I didn't say I stepped on it. I just like, I found this. Can I keep it? And they're like, where did you find this? No, you may not keep it. And I was like, dang it. So yeah, that was my escapade in Italy. Only place you've ever been in the U.S. is the Everglades National Park and the Mall of America. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool places if you like to explore. I've not been to the Redwood Forest. That is one of the other things domestically I would like to go do. Elizabeth says we had booked and paid for a 14-day trip to Japan. Oh, this was March last year. Didn't happen. Yeah. Been to Italy twice. It's easier to get to Europe living here in the UK. Yeah, for sure. Yes, I would like to. That is definitely one of the things that I would like to do. Go visit everywhere. Your boyfriend's sister and her partner were supposed to go to Japan in May, and that didn't happen either. Yeah. Yeah. Your aunt, uncle, and cousins visited Tokyo a couple of years back. Yes. That would be definitely one of the places that I would like to go to. Hello. Yes. The good Catholic girl in you wants to go to Rome. I have seen, yeah, that was one of the things we did, was we went to the Vatican because my mom was raised Catholic. And it's a very, very cool, very beautiful place. It was very neat to go. So Devin says, I have never been outside my time zone. That gives you like a whole wealth of area to explore, though. So yes, so we we spent most of the time in London, but we did book another one of the bus tours. And it was really interesting because it was, we went out to see Stonehenge because that was like, I was adamant. I was like, if we go to England, I must see Stonehenge. So we did that. So we took a bus tour again with like old archaeological digs of old like towns and villas. And we found some other smaller standing stone like layouts and whatnot. And the tour guide was like he's like, you know what? All these are built. All of the standing stone places are all built on ley lines, and want to find a ley line. And so he hands you like the 2 dowsing rods, which are just like the right angle, like giant coat hangers essentially. And you know, you magnetically, it's a whole thing. If you've never tried dowsing for like well water or for ley lines, if you are interested in those, it's an interesting experience because there's like so much doubt that goes in your mind, like, am I moving them? Is it moving by itself? What is going on? And then when it really happens, because of magnetics, it's a very weird sensation. So oof, like the exclamation of air, realize now that it looked like you said something was not on. You've been to Japan years ago when your dad used to work there, and it's such a good experience. Yes. I think pretty much anybody that I've talked to that went to Japan has enjoyed it. So Megan says to Devin, sounds like you need to go on a vacation somewhere. Yeah. It was the dream trip you saved up for, yeah. CB has been to Malaysia twice because your parents used to live in Kuala Lumpur. Oh, nice. I didn't say that right, I'm sure. Ditto, we did the UK for a week, and Stonehenge was like your only requirement. Yeah, we did get to go see the Tower, and that was cool. The ravens were fun. So, like to visit more of Asia somewhere. Yes. Devin says I want to travel, but reasons. Yeah. CB went to Singapore the second time you visited your parents there. Yeah. Yes, traveling is fun. Traveling is a lot of fun, and I just realized we've been talking for quite some time. Oopsies. Let's go to his friend. I'm just gonna like haul my brain back to writing. Share. Okay. This time we will use the full 25 minutes of this timer. And yes, so don't forget to save. Don't forget to hydrate. Don't forget to do a posture check, and make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Those are your reminders. We can now get started. We are hauling our brains back to the work. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay. All right. I wrote about 250 or 300 words, somewhere around there. Finished the journaling. Forgot to turn the camera back when I came back from getting more water. But yeah, so progress. Okay. The dawdling sprints. Yes. And CB was going to use that sprint to read. Devin has the link tree and also the YouTube playlists. And just Eva came in. Hello, welcome. And Christina is here. Hello. And Cache. Hey, loves. Happy Mother's Day to all the women who care for children, whether you gave birth to them or not. Exactly. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothering spirits. So hello, Charlie, and happy Mother's Day to you as well. And Just Eva says, I took a nap for Mother's Day. Hey, hey, nice. And for self-promo, follow me on Instagram where you post inconsistently and sporadically at Bookend Lane or at Indie Index. Nice. And Melissa is here. Hello, welcome. Marvelous, Melissa. Elizabeth got 1.5 done, bringing you up to 10 for the day. Hooray! You did some stretching in the last couple of minutes too. Excellent. Charlie ended up filming a video. Hooray! Excellent. That is good. Okay. Since I kind of finally started typing away and everything, I think I'm going to go ahead and send us right back into another sprint. So Ellie Vera says, I finished editing a video and now looking into channel banners. Excellent. Hooray. And Charlie says, I'm reworking the video intro for the new channel. Exciting. Don't forget to drop a link in it in the chat for whenever you are ready to release the new channel. So, yes. Okay. So I think we will switch it up. We're going to use a different 25-minute timer. Let's see what's one. Okay. Share. Every time I say that, I just want to sing the Do You Believe in Love song, because it's share. Alrighty. And CB spent that sprint, say that 25 times, sorting out bookmarks. Very nice. And Melissa is expanding an outline for a podcast episode. Excellent. Great. Okay. So, third sprint. Here are your reminders. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you have something to drink. 3, make sure that you check your posture. Straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back. Make sure you're not hunching. And 4, if you need a break, take a break. Especially if you are hydrating all the time, you may have to take a break to use the restroom. So there you go. We're going to start the next timer, 25 minutes, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I got distracted. I remembered I had late in who knows what time dictated into my phone some titles or title ideas, because those always come to me like really, really weird hours, and I don't really feel like getting up and like finding a pencil and paper and all that kind of stuff. So I usually just dictate it into my phone. So I had quite a few that I had stacked up into my phone, and I just started putting them down into my title idea pages. And yes, I have like this many title ideas. Plus, I have now flipped the page and started on my second main page for that. So I always, like, I have oodles of ideas for titles. Whether or not they're any good is another question, but I have some decent ones. And then I make it a point to sort of like say which genres these titles would be good for. So yeah. So I've got several different, and some of them I'll have to look up. Like one of them, I was really in love with the title, but I looked it up, and it's already a book. Somebody already like stole my title idea like 3 years before I had the idea. So, and I know that there can be multiple books with the same name, but it's kind of like it feels weird when multiple books pop up with the same name. For me, at least, for right now. I mean, I may not mind it later. And there are some that like the titles, if it's just like a general sort of like concept, then like it's not going to be, I'm not going to worry about that. But there are some titles in here that I'm like, I would like to make sure that no one else has these before I actually like start to think about using them. So like, for instance, the one that I really liked was Elysium Burning. And I was like, ooh, this would be like a fantastic title for, could be a thriller, could be a mystery, could be specifically a paranormal romance with like throwbacks to Greek and Roman mythology. And Elysium, but it's already a book. Somebody else has already published it. So yeah, so I have to go through some of these and just check out and see if they have books that are already being published. So like, I have this series title idea that of like the series, and the first book would be called The Impossibles. And then like one of the books in that series would be The Flying Pig Brigade. So like they would all of the titles would have something to do with like one of those like weird folk sayings of like, oh, that's an impossibility. So like maybe Honest Liars would be another one, or like Sun Rising from the West, or like Western Sun Rising, something like that. So like I have series ideas that pop into the back of my head where I get like usually 3 titles or more, depending on, you know. So like one of the things I was like, well, we always say, bleeding black and blue, or, just like different colors to express the type of bleeding that we're doing, bleeding money or whatever. So like you could do flower names, and then it could be like you could have a series where the female characters all have flower names like Violet or Lily, and so things like that. So I just have like oodles and oodles of title ideas, and I just like I have to occasionally just move them from wherever else I keep them. Could be my phone, could be my. So I'm procrastinating. That's really all I'm doing is I'm procrastinating. I should be writing today because May 15th is coming up, but I don't know. I'm having an impossible time. Speaking of impossibles, actually, like focusing on what I'm supposed to be focusing on. I'm having a real hard time, y'all. So I don't know. I just today might just turn out to be a journaling day, and then I will have to work harder during the week. So we will see. Or maybe tonight after dinner or something, I'll be able to get my act together and like actually write stuff. We still have an hour, so I can still like attempt to write some more. But like this is like my brain. My brain is not working with me today. So yeah. Okay, so let me see how y'all did. I hope your sprint went better than mine. So yeah. Okay. So we were all, let's see, because Ellie Vera was talking about working on video intros or videos and channel banners. We were all like, ooh, new channel? Yes, please. So, excuse me, Devin has put up the link to Melissa's podcast. And yes, so this is where Melissa and Elizabeth were looking to see if Elvira has started a new channel yet. And Laura is here. Hello. Happy Mother's Day to you. And Laura says, I think it's time to make some strawberry tea. That sounds amazing. Elizabeth got another one graded, and that's 11 for the day. You're going to stop there because the back is spasming. Ouch. That's what you get for skipping workout day. Sometimes. Megan says, I think I worked out how your main character spills her secret, but we'll see. Mwahaha. Of course there's an interest. Charlie says, I finished the new intro. The new channel will be about spirituality. Can't say that apparently. Mysticism and the wisdom traditions. I have a channel trailer and the first video recorded. They just need to be edited. And here is the link. Hooray! Let me actually pop up in the YouTube chat so that I can find it. Love it. Okay. So this is what it looks like. I can. There we go. Make sure I get the bell. Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. So yes, make sure you click on that and go subscribe. So Ellie Vera, yes, of course. You had some actual videos some years ago, but you've recently done an overhaul. Nice. And Melissa wants to know what you plan on talking about, whether it's going to be writing, science, a blend, something else, etc., etc. Morgan, hello, welcome. You're settling in and prepping for writing for the rest of this gloomy, rainy Sunday. Ooh, at least you have some sort of atmospheric feel to your day then. Hopefully that fits whatever you are writing. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, indeed. Also, let me see your puppy because I have no puppy of my own. So cute. So cute. Alrighty. Thank you. Now I have had my my puppy look. So Elvira says, I'm literally going to upload my first sprint during this, your first new video in that sprint. Okay, excellent. Words, let me figure out. So it's going to be more about a vlog style videos. Nice. Cool titles. Yes, you can see why some of them are already taken. Yeah, for sure. Exactly. They're good. So the Flying Pig Brigade sounds like a story you'd love to read. Yeah, and I'm thinking it should be sort of like tone-wise, something along the same lines as sort of like adventure but comedy, as like Terry Pratchett. I mean, like that's a high expectation for that title, but that's kind of like the vibe that I would think. So yeah. Where can I find your channel, or is it not up yet? Let me see. Yeah, okay, let me make sure. Let's do this. All right, so Ellie, I think you can now share a link if you would care to. You don't have to, but if you care to. You've basically done it where it's all just subtitles. Yeah, sometimes those are fun though. CB is reorganizing bookmarks. Laura is working on posting more of your new flash fiction for the promptathon to your blog. Excellent. Have a link, but don't have the blue ring of power. You do now. You do now. And Devin says there's Laura's blog. Yes. Thanks, Devin. Oh, yay. I'm glad. His name is Rascal, and he's the cutest dog on the face of the earth. Not that you're biased, of course. Of course not. Rascal is very cute. And I hope he is a loving rascal and not just rascal all the time. So, yay. And CB just reread one of your favorite pepperoni fanfics, and you're still giggling. It's called A Not So Lazy Saturday. Nice. You feel so powerful now. The blue ring of power. And there is the link to Ellie Vera's channel, which is awesome because I also could not quite find it just by the YouTube search engine. All right, subscribed. Hooray! Excellent. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do another sprint. It is 4 o'clock. Are we on the fourth sprint? Third? Fourth? I don't know. I've lost count. So we're just going to use this one. Oopsies. Alrighty. So, we need another 25-minute timer. And we're going to go with my favorite. All the clicky things. Okay. All right. Awesome. So don't forget to save. If you have been working in your document, make sure you're saving frequently. Make sure that you have something to hydrate with. Make sure that you do a double check and make sure that you are not hunching. Straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back. Do that posture check. And make sure that if you need a break, take a break. We have been here for 2 hours now, so if you have not gotten up and kind of stretched a little bit, it might be time to do so. All right, those are your reminders. We can now get started. So 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay. Chat break. All right, how we doing? I have not gone back to this, so obviously. I'm trying to work out some things in my brain. It is related to this, but so my brain is spinning while I'm doing some other things. I am sort of looking at the planner that I'm going to be, a second planner that I'm going to be using starting in July. And so I'm going ahead and I'm like putting some of the dates down that I have in my current planner, bullet journal, birthdays and important dates and things, into the little calendar at a glance that they have. I'm trying to figure out how this particular, it's a celestial themed planner, and so it has this gorgeous rose gold, I guess, calendar on it. Not calendar, etching. What do we call it? Yeah, etching, I guess. And it's got a whole bunch of it's got information and stickers and things themed for zodiacs and setting intentions and all that kind of good stuff. So it's got stickers specifically for new moons intentions and full moon releases, and some really cool things. And then it's got like a little tie pouch for you to slip some of your secret intentions into, or your manifestation papers, things like that. And so it is a vertical planner, which is one of the reasons why I've been trying to get used to the vertical planning, because I want to be able to do a little bit more. And then it's got the, let's see if I can show it, the moon phase in the zodiac sign. So it's got some really cool things to it. This is, what brand is this? I got it from Michael's I got it on sale. So it's like the Michael's Recollection brand, which I think is supposed to be kind of like their equivalent of the Happy Planner, except for it's spiral bound rather than disc bound. So I'm excited about it. It's an 18-month, so it covers until December of 2020. So it starts in July. So I'm excited about it, which is one of the reasons why I'm like, I want to get my hands on it early. I have sticker addictions. Even though like I don't show them much in here, but I have quite a few like sticker sets that I'm saving to be able to use with those. So there is a pack that is specifically themed to go with that, this particular planner. So it's the Celestial, where's my, and so it's got, I haven't even like done the cover, which I should not be tearing it open like that, but anyway. So it's got more stickers for like setting moon intentions or like manifesting and all that kind of stuff. So it's got stickers for like meditation, recuperation, having fun, slowing down, acting, creating. It's got just a whole bunch of like pretty blues and purple, like cool toned. It's got some gold ones. I'm just like randomly opening. It's got a whole bunch of moon phase ones, things like that. So I bought 2 packs of these because I was like, I know I'm going to use more of these because I will use them. And then they had these. This is by a different one. This is by Planners Anonymous. And they're like little book nerd themed ones. And they've got like cups of tea and some succulents and some habit tracker things in there and some like to-do lists and stuff like that. But they're just so cute. Super, super cute. So I've got those. And then I got another set also by Planners Anonymous, 2 more sets by them. This one is, again, more of like the celestial theme and moons, but it's got, let me see if I can open this without like tearing the front. I probably won't, but no, there we go. Sort of. I'm not good at unwrapping things, if you can't tell. It makes an awful sound too. So let me show you the pages that. So they've got these really pretty holographic ones that have the moon phases and the constellations on them, and they've got. Let me find the. How adorable are these? I'm just like, I saw the little owl and the little cat, and I was like, I gotta have these. They're so cute. So yeah, so I'm gonna be using a lot of stickers, and like, how pretty is that one? Like, just, are you gonna focus or no? It's like, remove my face and maybe it will focus on them. Probably not. No, I don't know. But anyway, so, and then you've got like the longer stickers where you can make checklists, to-do lists, and priorities, all that kind of stuff. But they're just so pretty. I was super excited about those. And then I've got this last set, which also by Planners Anonymous. This one was called like Serenity. And so it's got a bunch of like lotus blossoms and like mandalas in it. But again, like, if you can't tell, I like the cool toned and the watercolor like themed color stickers and stuff. See if I can get this. And there was also some books in here. I guess they think reading books is relaxing. Sometimes it can be. Not always, though. There we go. So it's got those. And so they've got some really pretty mandalas. Some of them are metallic, some of them are not. And then they've got a bunch of, I really like the dragonflies. Got a bunch of yoga poses too, and some empowering ones. And they've got a whole bunch of like habit trackers, which I'm super excited about because I love having my little habit tracker things. And they've got like, oh, they're just so pretty. I can't help myself. They were on sale and I had a coupon, so you know. They've got a whole bunch of like regular planner stickers for like exercise, meeting, saving, all that kind of stuff. They've got numbers for lots of the little teeny tiny stickers, as well as more of the long ones for but just like all the lily pads and everything, and lotus blossoms and all that kind of stuff. They're so pretty. I love them all, and I'm like, I'm gonna use these whether it's in the new planner or if it's in my bullet journal, which, so I'm trying to figure out how I want to split up using them, whether or not I want to have this be my like main journal and this one like revert back to like writing tracking, or if I want this one to be like my regular everyday and this one be like my project planner. So I haven't quite decided about that. I'm kind of thinking I would rather have this big old nice pretty one be the project planner and like focus on getting that shit done. That's kind of the vibe I'm thinking of at the moment, but yeah. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And then I also like these, I don't know if you can see the little, so this is a 3-pack, has a little moon and some like lavender sprigs and stuff, and some poppy seeds or poppy flowers. Really cute. 3 little pack of ruled journals. So I think I'm going to start using these for morning pages because I need to like start doing that again. I think get myself up out of bed earlier and change my first 30 to 45 minutes of reading in the morning to writing and journaling. So that's my distraction for the moment, is like stickers, planners, like all the things for the future rather than what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So yeah. Okay, so Elivira says the video is now up in case we can go watch it. Excellent. I will do that after this last sprint is over. So Charlie says, I finished editing the channel trailer. Now on to the first video because I want to post them together. Sounds like a plan. Writer on Wheels, hello! You got here late and you got 2 pages edited. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, so I'll be using a combination of that, this just dot grid journal, which I ordered from Amazon, and the Michaels brand 18-month planner. That's the goal. And Lizzie is here. Hello, welcome. I was just gonna watch 1 episode. That's how you go wrong. I just plan to watch more than I initially think because I'm terrible with cliffhangers. I'm terrible. I just always know I'm gonna watch more than 1. So pretty stickers, yes, they are. The notebooks are really cute. Yes, they are, and I'm super excited about. I saw them and was like, ooh! I immediately was like, morning pages. I could handle morning 3 pages of this size rather than like the full 8.5 by 11. I think maybe that will make it a little bit more comfortable for me in the mornings. So that's what I think. You like the bright colors and the dark backgrounds. Yes, I agree. Can't talk though. Melissa says, made progress on my podcast. Excellent. Good. Good. Okay, we have 20 minutes left before 5 o'clock. And so I will, let's go ahead and do a 20-minute timer. We'll run over just by a few minutes, but I feel like I need another sort of like longer sprint. Are y'all okay with that? I hope so, because that's what I'm trying to find on the, okay, close enough. Okay. Go. Yeah, I am terrible at morning routines, and I'm trying to establish a better one. And so I would like to incorporate morning pages into them. And so I'm trying. I'm like, how do I do this to where it makes sense to my brain? You got too sucked into the video. You needed the time to have dinner. Yeah. It happens. It happens. All right, let's do this last 20-minute sprint, which will take us to the top of the hour. And so don't forget to save. Don't forget to hydrate. Don't forget to do a posture check. Straighten your spine, roll your shoulders around, loosen everything up, and make sure that if you need a break, take a break. All right, those are your reminders. We can now get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, that was the end of that sprint. How'd you do? Did you do something productive? I finished putting in dates that I know of for 2021 and 2022, transferring those over to the new calendar and started reading some of the how to use this. And they have a how to approach phases of the moon sort of like diagram guide. And so it has the new moon at the top and the full moon at the bottom, which is normal. But every other diagram that I have seen has like from the new moon and then going clockwise being the waxing until you reach the full moon at the bottom. And then so if you're looking straight on at that diagram, the left side of the diagram would be the waning phases, so heading back into the new moon. And this one, they have it counterclockwise. I'm like, this is odd. This hurts my brain. So I tore a little sticky note to remind myself because I was just initially like, oh, they got these phases wrong. They didn't. It's just backwards. So like the new moon at the top and the full moon at the bottom are normal to me, but normally where this 8 is for the balsamic moon, this would normally be the number 2. So I'm not sure about why they chose to do that in a counterclockwise manner, but as long as I can remember that it's counterclockwise and not like just do a real quick glance at it to draw the correct angle of the crescent or whatever, then I'll be fine. But it's like a little weird. So I did not accomplish my writing goals so far today, but I am getting set up for the latter half of the year and beginning of next year. So, you know, it's productive procrastination, right? But one of the things that's cool is that they do have the planets in retrograde through, so they have a list of which planets are going into retrograde and when, and then they have the appropriate amount of stickers for that. So I can indicate that on the monthly calendars later. So they've got some really cool things in here. So I'm excited to finish setting this up, even though I'm like 2 months early. Like, you know. So I'm excited. But see, look at this. Like, stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Love that. So, and then they've got, let's see if I can find. So there's the Libra. I think that's the Libra, yeah. Brain. So it's really cool. I'm going to enjoy using this and having this be the project guide and all of that kind of thing as I'm working towards manifesting my dreams and all that kind of stuff. So I'm super excited to use this. And yeah, there's my Pisces. There's my Pisces. It's a cute one. Sometimes the fish are ugly, and I never appreciate that. You know. But anyway, so I'm excited to use those. I'm excited to break open that little 3-pack of notebooks for morning pages, and getting a new and a like feasible morning routine that is going to help me be all the productive I want to be. So yeah, so I'm excited. And oh yes, and Melissa recommended Good Morning, Good Life by Amy Landino. She's a YouTuber for morning routine stuff. So I am going to check that out because I probably need that. Writer on Wheels got 4 more pages edited. Excellent. Good for you. That is excellent. Melissa says, I finished the first half of my podcast episode and moved on to the second half. Also got some burgers cooked up in the air fryer. Excellent. Elivia says, I love my air fryer. Did we get an air fryer? I think we did, but it took up so much counter space, and this was in the old house, that we decided not to keep it. And in this house, we have less counter space than we did in that house. So I don't see how we could feasibly use it regularly, but yeah, you've had yours for a few months and you like it so much. Excellent. Yes. I'm happy to be in the Wrench crew. Exactly. Okay. I hope that today was productive for you. I feel like I dawdled a whole lot today, but sometimes that happens. And I think I'm doing it. I'm like 95% sure it's because I have that deadline, and my brain is going, oh, I have a deadline? Nope, I'm not going to think about that at all. I'm not going to do anything related to that. So I'm having that rebellious brain moment. So I'm going to have to conquer that this afternoon, this evening, and make sure that I get my work done, because I do want to be finished with this first rough draft, and I have a lot of work to do, but I want it to be a good first draft as well. So I'm going to do what I can this week. I'm going to make sure that I am waking up early, getting my morning pages in, and like starting the day earlier. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, Olivia, exactly. You're very much like that. When you have deadlines, you freeze. Well, and see, the thing is, like, that doesn't happen when other people set the deadline for me. I mean, but if I tell myself, like, oh, this is the deadline I'm giving myself, I can wiggle it however much I want to. I'm really bad about keeping promises to myself, and that is something that I'm having to work on. So yeah. But anyway, okay, I am going to take a small break and then make sure I get the stream set up for next week. So I will be back Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern, and on Sundays, 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern. So, and then Saturday, this coming Saturday, is the May 15 deadline. And that's going to be on Becca's channel, and it's going to be at 1 p.m., I think. 1 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to come check it out and see how close I got to the end, or how I managed to pull it out at the last minute, please do feel free to come join us and applaud us for all that we have done and accomplished. So, and as well as yourselves. So, yes. Devin has posted the link to the playlist yet again. Thank you so much, Devin. I appreciate it. And I hope that you'll have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, Mother's Day, and make sure that you have fun. Have fun this weekend. So Alley Cat says, I know I'm late, but I wanted to say hi. Thank you for stopping in, Alley Cat. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you very much, and I will see y'all later. Bye.